Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Haskins. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Haskins to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. At their own 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Dalton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ethan Westbrooks just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Hey, go, 368. Check. Watch 54. Crunch time, defense.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial out? Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ethan Westbrooks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. To return is Taylor. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go now. 50, Pittsburgh, 3. It's out time. It's out time, guys. It's out time. Switch it.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also moved the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Jalen Richard, the 4th-year man from Southern Miss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
44. Here you go. Hey, orbit.
Dalton here from the gun. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch an...
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joe Schobert, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Haskins, third and long. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Now Haskins on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Here's Haskins. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First down, Colts.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Rip left, rip left.
They go play action now. Haskins escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Third down. Here's Haskins. That one complete. He finds Shark. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
It's a gain of 17
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch the safety creep.
On the draw, this is Cohen.
Check three.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line.
Let's go, man.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Haskins to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go again.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Haskins now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Now Haskins, and he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. After the sack on 1st down, Haskins, and he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins, and the pressure gets to him again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
And got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On the ground, Richard. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Dalton. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chris Godwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But it's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Joe Schobert. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Howard. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Play action here with Dalton. Going deep here for Landry. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He was looking for Landry that time. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd down. Haskins nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, Haskins. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Deshaun Shedd. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to air, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Bobby Wagner able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
I got you. I got you.
Now it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
You go tight. You go tight.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And he's got it. And he is out of bounds here. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Haskins on the keeper, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Dwayne Haskins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, They need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Richard. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
52, 93, 44.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You got nothing today.
Regular. Over here.
On second and 11 now. Dalton got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Give him 16 yards there. A Tennessee first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. On second down, it's Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 29, Haskins. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Brandon Copeland in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Here's Haskins to throw.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
A 57-yard attempt.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They run with Howard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12. At the 42-yard line.
Switch. Check 24.
On second down, Richard. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Hey, zoom.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan picks up his second sack of the afternoon and whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Out of the gun, they give to Edwards.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now off to the races, down the right side, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Yeah. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Oh, passing it. Dalton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They run the counter. Richard, and they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Maher is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barry Church coming on the safety blitz, and he gets the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. One final shot for Haskins. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 40. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And when you break it down, this was